Nathan Judo. I'm here with Tiny Temper, aka Tim.
It caught me off guard there.
aka Tim Spiers.
It's cold, man.
It is
really
cold. It is cold. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. I guess I keep saying this, not a classic, but does anyone care? 3 points, 7 points clear?
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Does anybody care? No, not really.
Not really.
They haven't played well for about 3 games in a row now. They weren't even great against Bolton, but they won 5-1. So it's this strange situation where, yeah, they're not playing well, but they're still winning.
Yeah.
But what you've got to put it down to is this incredible defence. I think that's the theme of tonight, really. Another really tough test. Sheffield Wednesday with 2 little lumps upfield for the last half an hour.
Yeah.
But they've ground it out again, and I mentioned this a few times. This all comes back to June the 1st. You know, when he was appointed, his idea was to build from the back, and he bought loads of defenders straight away and 2 goalkeepers.
Yeah.
And training every day, 3-4-3. Get this system right. Get organised. Defend from the front. You know, they defend as a team. They really, really do. And then, when you haven't got that creative magic, as they didn't at all tonight, really, except for the Neves goal, then you fall back on this incredible defence.
Sure.
Which has now kept 12 clean sheets in 22 matches. That's the most in the country.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
And they can so when they're not playing well, which over a 46-game season you're often not going to, they can grind out these results.
Bump and grind.
Bump and grind, and so it's played well below their best now for 3 games in a row, but they've got 7 points and they haven't conceded a goal. So, you know, if this is a bad patch,
well, exactly,
then they're laughing.
I think it's 22 points from a possible 24. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think they might have a good season.
I think they might have a decent season. Yeah. Like you say, it was decided by 1 minute of sheer genius, sheer class, and when I see it on the replays, it
didn't really last a minute. I mean,
it wasn't a minute, but you know, it was an enjoyable moment in the game.
You're overestimating how long it lasted.
Just stop it, okay?
It's unusual for you.
20 yards. I mean, a lot of other players would have seen that. They would have just smashed it. It would have gone, you know, into row Z. But side foot, 20 yards out. It was a beautiful finish from a very talented player.
The technique is absolutely gorgeous. It's R1 on FIFA. I know you're not a FIFA man.
I'm not a FIFA R1.
A FIFA man. It's finesse shot. It's
right.
R1. And
is that finesse? Is it? All right, okay, decent.
And he just places it in the corner. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's class. It's pure class from a class act, and befitting of a better stage than this, by the way. a cold,
freezing
really cold, freezing night in Yorkshire. Hardly glamorous surroundings, but a very glamorous goal. It's just beautiful. Not many players would think to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone else on that pitch would have tried that. But yeah, the ball sits up nicely for him. He just passed it into the corner.
Yeah. And look, they could have been playing another 2.5 hours, and it would have still been goalless unless he'd scored. It wasn't a moment of magic that was going to decide things tonight.
Well, yeah, they didn't really have much else quality going forward. You know, Jota. I thought Jota was well off his game tonight.
He was, yeah.
Sace wasn't at his best.
Well, a lot of them were under par, but like you say, they built from the back, and this is what happens.
Yeah, there really wasn't much going forward. You know, Cavallero was in good positions a couple of times and had a poor touch. I thought Costa made a good impact, by the way, off the bench, and I think it's now set up for him to start against Ipswich.
But they've got the break now, haven't they? He's liable to. Is he not liable to play him against Millwall?
No, but they need to play better. We keep saying it.
Yeah.
You know, Sunderland and Blues, 2 poor teams, right? And Sheffield Wednesday, winless in 5.
Yeah.
So low on confidence. You can tell when they're in possession. Sheffield Wednesday, they're so low on confidence. So, you know, you're looking at the next few fixtures. Ipswich, McCarthy. It'd be one of the biggest games of the season for him.
Yeah.
They'll be desperate to put one over on Wolves after all the money they've spent. And then
big game for you as well.
Yeah, might be missing that one. And then after that, you've got Millwall away, huge tough test, and Bristol City away, massive game. They will have to play better than this tonight, but you still back them to keep a clean sheet.
Well, you said 8 points from the next 4, including this one, and they're up. So
yeah,
that's 5 more to go from the next 3. Yeah.
God, I regret saying that. No, it just looks so good. They're so far clear at the top of the table now. The pressure's all on Cardiff and Bristol City, and the rest of the chasing pack to get results at the weekend now. Wolves have done exactly what they needed to and put the pressure on. And again, you're not really spotting many weaknesses in this squad and this setup. And Nuno's saying all the right things, and he's doing all the right things. And even when players aren't at their best, they're still grinding out those results.
How good is this team, Tim? How good is this team compared to Wolves? You know, years gone by, from what you've seen.
It's the best team I've seen in the Championship. Best Wolves team I've seen.
And also Man City, the Championship, blah blah blah. You know, is this the best team ever in the Championship?
Man City are they're so good going. They're so good going forward. They annihilate teams.
Yeah.
Wolves don't do that. They they don't win by huge margins. The Bolton and Leeds games aside, Wolves are built from the back, and they've got these solid foundations, which then allow the likes of Jota and Cavallero to express themselves. But they're so functional.
Yeah.
They look like they've been playing together for years.
Yeah, and they're so well drilled.
And it all, like I said, it all comes from the work they did over the summer, and then they hit the ground running, and they've kept it going. And I think they've got another level to go through in terms of performances. I think we'll see additions come in January. I think you've got the likes of Njai and Costa. We haven't really seen much from them this season, but we know they're both quality players who could come good. The squad's ridiculous. Like I said, there's no weaknesses.
No weaknesses. Just one thing. I'll go back to Ryan Bennett and the incident there. A lot of people saying that maybe that might be retrospective action. I mean, they've got plenty of defenders to cover him if he does go. What's the latest on that?
Well, there's no latest.
Okay.
So
did Nuno get asked about it, or?
He did. I think he said he thought it was a yellow card, and basically it depends on if the referee has booked him for this knee in the thigh, or if he's booked him for the foul. If the referee hasn't seen it, then there may be retrospective action. But if the ref's seen it and booked him, then you can't. Obviously, those are the rules.
Sure.
So he was lucky. So needlessly involved in this running battle with Jordan Rhodes just before half time. He fouled him twice in a minute, and then he's had this little skirmish as well. And he's lucky he didn't get sent off, but fortunately it didn't cost Wolves. And in the end, Sheffield Wednesday have had a man sent off. The third game in a row that Wolves have had an opposition player sent off against them, which shows you how
worthy, because I was at the ground at that time. Was it?
Right, okay. It shows you how much they're annoying other teams. Helder Costa, he takes on Morgan Fox, and then he decides he wants to take him on again. He literally ran a ring around him, so Fox is like, sod this.
Can we say sod?
Really? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, we'll go with it. I'm not editing it.
Foxed off. It was.
Oh, goodness me.
God, won't do that. And he just kicks him and gets sent off. So yeah, just shows you how frustrating Wolves are to play against. And that's another key point where they're so hard. How do you beat Wolves?
I don't know. That's Cardiff.
But that's the thing that they come up with these hurdles. Early in the season, set pieces were a massive weakness. Yeah, they've sorted it out.
Yeah, they look confident they're back now, don't they?
Teams being physical against them. Cardiff, and a few other teams like they've sorted that out.
And they give as good as they get as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they do now, absolutely. And Sunderland then put 10 men behind the ball. We'll see if other teams adopt that. Sheffield Wednesday, we're never going to do that tonight. So that'll be another test for them. But every question that's asked of them, they are answering it emphatically, and that's all down to Nuno. You got to say.
Fans can put their feet up now and watch the Championship action tomorrow. See how far they are.
Yeah, happy days. 8 days to the next match home to Ipswich. Then it is a really tough run of fixtures. You got to say, 4 in 11 days. Really tough games. If they come through that unscathed, then they're in a magnificent position. And
I'm excited to see some of the other players, the fringe players, because they will have a chance, and it's good to see them, isn't it? It's good to see a few new players.
No, exactly. Well, Morgan Gibbs-White was on the bench tonight, the first time he's been involved in a squad under Nuno, which is fantastic for him. And we hope to see him at some point. I'm sure there'll be a bit of rotation throughout that really busy period, and then you've got Swansea in the cup as well. So we will start to see some of these fringe players now.
Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.